Hi, I'm Jody Espina, founder, president, and designer of JodyJazz Mouthpieces. Today I'm talking about the DV Soprano Mouthpiece. As you know, soprano is probably the most difficult of the four saxes. It's difficult because it has the most resistance, and pitch is so critical the higher you go. So your mouthpiece is even more important on a soprano than on the other to have a great mouthpiece. Our mandate in mouthpieces is that they're free blowing, and the DV Soprano is the freest blowing soprano mouthpiece I know of. It feels like you're playing one of the other saxes. You don't have as much resistance as you normally do in another mouthpiece. The DV Soprano surprises a lot of people that it's warmer than they think. They think a metal mouthpiece, just by its nature, is going to be bright. But in the DV series, as we made the tenor first, then we made the alto, we backed off the brightness because the alto has its own brightness. We backed off the brightness even more on the DV Soprano because the soprano has its brightness. So you'll be very comfortable in this mouthpiece in all styles of music. It can play warm, and it can play bright. And when you want to facilitate bright, you can also mic the soprano at the bell. I'm going to point this at a microphone that you can't see here, and you'll hear that kind of nasal quality. So that gives it a lot brighter sound. The DV Soprano features the secondary window that is in all the DVs. That secondary window adds body and mid-tones, mid-warmth to the sound. It also contributes to that free-blowing nature. All our mouthpieces are hand-filed, and you'll see beautiful side and tip rails that very thin, that contribute to the free-blowing nature. We have a little rollover baffle in there that's done by hand. All JodyJazz mouthpieces are play-tested by myself or one of my professional saxophonists on our staff. We play-test by grabbing the benchmark, which is the best one we ever made, playing that, and then playing the new piece, and making sure it matches that standard. On a personal note, the way I feel about the DV, it's a very unique mouthpiece. As I've said, it's super free blowing. It opens up things in my playing that have never happened before. If you've invested in your saxophone as a professional saxophone and you're working on your sound and you're playing, I think you owe it to yourself to try a DV. All JodyJazz mouthpieces feature the Rico H ligature with a cap and mouthpiece pouch. Once again, this is the JodyJazz DV Soprano Saxophone Mouthpiece.